YouTube? It is your boy, Culture Shark Marcus. We are officially back. Another season of Colts football is finally here. It's been a long time coming, but man, I am excited to be back to start talking some football and watching some football with you guys. Unfortunately, the first stream with against the Buffalo Bills, the preseason game, I will not be available for it due to my job. So I will not be available to stream that game, but I might be doing a post-stream reaction after the game because I know I'll be watching it while I'm there. But when I get home, I'll probably just do a post one to react with you guys about the game. But we're gonna go over it before we get into the game, which is on Saturday. You guys tune in. It's against the Buffalo Bills. We got news that Anthony Richardson will be starting this game. Now, this is a very interesting tale because we were trying to figure out who's going to be the first quarterback to get the snaps to go into the first preseason game and even into the season. And it looks like Anthony Richardson got the nod to start this game from Coach Shane Steichen after the training camp has expired today. He dropped the news that it'll be Anthony Richardson starting, which is good to see because we want him to get as many reps as possible before the season starts and even when the season goes on, so he can start to reach his progression and starts to actually understand the game and get the wind under him so he can just become a natural talent quarterback that he is. He's already an athletic freak. We know what he can do, but he has to get more games played in football because, he doesn't have that much experience. And having a guy like Shane Steichen as his coach and a Gardner Minshew and even the same Ellinger in his quarterback room, that's going to help him along the way. That is a tremendous help. The only downfall is he doesn't have Jonathan Taylor. Drafting Anthony Richardson, we all had this idea of having Jonathan Taylor as his running back to take off some of the pressure from him so he can start to, get into his own under the quarterback position a little bit easier. But it's going to be a little bit rough because we don't know the circumstance of the Jonathan Taylor situation. We did pick up some running backs. We picked up a lot of running backs. But we do have a kind of experienced running back room, but we don't know the sincerity of the Deion Jackson injury. We do got Zach Moss. We're bringing in running backs still for visits, and we did draft some running backs as well. But we're going to get on into that as of right now. But the news of the day is realizing that Anthony Richardson is starting, which is a good thing. We want him to have limited snaps, but we want him to go out there early, fresh, get some reps in, and gain speed so we can know what he looks like. And he can get accustomed to it as well. Another thing we want to talk about before I head any further, like, comment, subscribe. Appreciate all your support over the years, over the time still being here. I know I haven't really been posting a lot. I have been posting, but it's been YouTube Shorts. But you guys still tune into that and still subscribe to this channel, so I appreciate you guys. The live streams are back. The videos are back. We are back in full speed, so go ahead and hop into it. We do have the unofficial depth chart that was released a few days ago. Anything that's interesting, we do have the offensive line scenario as we are seeing from this picture, which is of August 8th, 2023. This video is being uploaded on the 10th. We do have Bernard Ryman at left tackle, Quentin Nelson at left guard, Ryan Kelly at center, Will Fries at right guard, and right tackle is Braden Smith. So it's pretty much almost the same lineup as last year. We got Bernard starting, and Bernard does look like he added some weight on, some little muscle mass too. So he looks a little bit bulkier, which is a good sign to see, especially at the left tackle position. Hopefully he's going to come into his own this year and start to get the wind under him as well. With experience comes the ups and the downs. Hopefully he'll have a good year this year. Looking forward to seeing him bounce back as well. Will Fries at right guard. He did have a pretty decent time at that position. Seeing him starting is a good idea in my opinion. A lot of people would definitely want some more veteran experience on that offensive line, but I'm kind of okay with keeping the guys that because you guys know chemistry is definitely very important, especially with the offensive line situation. As last year, we kept pulling people in and out, switching positions, and there was no real structure. But having this right now, know what we got going into the season is a good idea, so I'm with it. I see Isaiah McKenzie definitely is looking like a solidified wide receiver with Alec Pierce and Michael Pittman Jr. They have Josh Downs behind McKenzie, and then they have Amari Rogers, which is interesting to see. But I'm pretty sure Josh Downs is going to get that spot over McKenzie eventually. They're both good talents. I know this is experience when it comes to McKenzie, and Josh Downs is a rookie, so he's going to have to earn his snaps. So moving forward, the running back situation, we got Jonathan Taylor, Zach Moss, then Deion Jackson, and then they have Evan Hall and Jake Funk behind them, Of course, we got Kenyon Drake as well. But I'm looking forward to seeing this preseason game. The running back room is definitely going to be one of those things we're going to be looking for sure. Because I was a fan when I went to training camp. I was a fan of Evan Hall's game, even in the draft. Andrew Moore, shout out to Andrew Moore, definitely was talking about the Colts might select him at the running back position, and he was definitely a fan favorite in the pick when we drafted him. But I'm definitely a fan of Jake Funk's game as well. He was very speedy. I think he was the fastest running back in the room, in my opinion, from what I've seen in my own eyes. I've seen him at training camp. I think he's the fastest running back. Of course, I'm still a Deion Jackson fan, but we don't know if he's going to be, available after the end of the year or not. But Jake Funk and Deion Jackson is definitely my go-to guys. I think Evan Hall is going to be a pretty good pick as well. But the running back room is definitely going to be something I'm going to be looking forward to watching this preseason. Last preseason, that's where I experienced the Deion Jackson game and understood that Deion Jackson should have a roster spot. He earned his spot, and he definitely shined in last year's preseason. So I'm looking forward to seeing what the running back room can bring this preseason. I'm going to be evaluating them very well. Moving to the defensive side, there's nothing that really surprises me. Some people might think at the edge rush position they have Samson Equibom over Hurricane Dio. Then we have Akadi Muhammad as well. They have Samson starting right now. A lot of people might question that, but I do think Equibom in this system, I think he might see a little bit more success besides Hurricane Dio and Akadi Muhammad. Even though these guys are definitely good plug-in pieces, I think our edge rush is going to be really good this year. I think it's going to be an increase from what we've seen last year. Of course, we didn't really get, the pressure or what we wanted to see from the edge rush. We got a lot of QB pressures, but we just couldn't bring the QB down. But I think this year is going to be another pretty decent season from the edge rush. I think this is an upgrade from what we had last year, even though we lost Yannick, who had really good pressures last year. But I think this room is a little bit better and a little bit more athletic, a little bit faster too. So I'm pretty excited to see what this edge rush is going to do this year. I'm looking forward to seeing Shaquille Leonard this year come back. In the preseason wise, though, I'm looking forward to seeing if Titus Leo is going to be available. I'm looking forward to Daryl Baker Jr., who's been shining in training camp. I want to see how he's going to look in preseason as well, to see if he can earn some reps going into the season as well. But other than that, I'm pretty much sold on everything else. When it comes to the team in general. But those are the few names that I'm interested in watching this preseason: the running back room, the edge rush, and like a little bit of the linebacker department. But everything else is pretty much solidified in my eyes. But I want to get your guys' thoughts in the comment section. What are you looking forward to seeing in the preseason? Let me know your thoughts about Anthony Richardson going into the preseason. How many snaps should he take? Let me know your thoughts about that moving forward. Everything in the comment section. We're definitely going to be doing this more. We are back with full content, so you guys let me know all your thoughts in the comment section. This is Marcus, and until next time, you've been Culture Shock.